from getting to their spots, getting open looks, and how do you plan to maintain that momentum in Game 4 on Friday night?
Swish.
Sorry.
No, you good. You good. It's just team awareness, especially with those two guys, knowing their impact and how they can affect the game. Those guys can get it going in bunches, and you saw Steph in the third quarter as well as Clay in the second quarter, where those guys just have the ability to get downhill as well as spray out to the three-point line. So, just having our antennas on the defensive end, but as well as making them work on the offensive end while we're just being aggressive and guys are getting in spots, and it's both teams are getting up and down the floor and being able to shoot jump shots effectively. While guys are getting up and down, the three-pointer that you come down and shoot on the first possession is a little different from the eighth possession. Guys are in your face, and we just try to make it difficult for those guys. But it's a total team effort on our end, and Switch does a great job on Clay. I just try to pick up Steph as high as possible, and our bigs do a great job being up to touch. So give credit to just the total team awareness.
Al.
Right here in the back, Al Sarantsevic, San Francisco Chronicle. Kyrie, you look like a different player tonight. You were very aggressive. Your coach talked about it. What made the difference for you? And also, if you could talk about your passing in connection with LeBron tonight, which worked well for you.
I was just talking about our 1-4 and shoot around, our 1-4 and pick and roll with me and him. Us leading our guys offensively, and it's just working really well for us, as well as the switches. I know that I can't play in between or be indecisive, especially when guys are in front of me. Just constantly in attack mode. And, I know my teammates consistently want me to do that possession by possession, whether it's getting downhill or shooting jump shots or whatever it is. It's been it was 2 games going from game 1 of playing a little bit too much ISO, and then game 2, kind of just not being in my rhythm, in my rhythm. Then coming in game 3, it was, I don't want to say a completely different player, but it's just back to just not really thinking about anything except for being aggressive for my teammates.
Back right, Tim.
Tim Reynolds, Associated Press. LeBron, for somebody who understands the history of the game as well as you do, best 2 teams in basketball in theory, how do you equate losing by 30 and winning by 30 in such short order? I mean, how, especially when you're whole to start one game and then obviously not whole tonight with Kevin in the locker room, how do you make any sense of a 63-point turnaround in like 63 hours?
At the end of the day, no matter if you lose by 30 or 1, or it's one win, and you have to be able to have a short mind, but also learn from the mistakes that you made the previous game, and just try to better yourself in the following game. And that's what we were able to do. We had a great shoot-around yesterday. We had a great shoot-around this morning. Coach Lou and the coaching staff gave us a great game plan, and it was just up to us to go out and execute that, and I think we did that, Tim.
Joe on this side.
Joe Varden, Cleveland.com. LeBron, for a couple days, you had talked about needing to compete harder and play harder effort. Ty just said the same thing. In a finals, how can that be the issue, and do you feel like your guys have gotten over it?
Don't think it's an issue. It's just something that we wanted to pinpoint and do better of. You could say we want to move the ball better the next game. We want to dribble drive the next game. Those aren't our issues. Those are things that we want to be better in the next game, and I think we did that tonight.
Dave, front left.
LeBron, Dave McMenamin, ESPN. Can you recall a play previous in your career where you were on the floor after a steal and were able to recover and get up? And then JR said he doesn't like to throw good lobs on purpose. Kyrie, were you trying to do that as well?
I wanted to see something great. I threw it very, very, very. Some people may say it's a bad pass, but I wanted to see something great. And for him to do that, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Well, it started with the defense, just trying to get my hand on, Steph's pass, and I was able to get a deflection. And he kind of bumped me a little bit, kind of threw me off a little bit, and I was able to kind of just regather from off the floor. And I knew we had a break going, and I didn't know exactly which one of my teammates was running a left wing until I got back up on off the ground and saw Kyrie and threw it to Kyrie and made, I think it was Clay, just shift a little bit, and I knew he was going to throw it up there, and I had to go get it.
Over here in this corner.
LeBron down here, Ray Jeske, ESPN 990. So much was made of the narrative of the second units and the difference of the contributions. Now you win a game 120-90, but the first unit, you guys win 105-57. How do you make sense of that kind of dominance between the starting lineups against that team? Offense, defense, can you describe what the key is there to win by 50 points?
Well, they're a great team, and they have a great starting lineup, and they have great complementary players that come off the bench. And it's never about us versus their starting five. It's about the whole 15 group, our 15 guys versus their 15 guys, and who can execute as close to 48 minutes as possible. We did a great job, and I get a game ball to RJ, getting it starting out with Kevin being out, and he just came in with so much aggression, so much attention to detail. He was on the glass. He gave us 8 rebounds and 9 points. But some of the things that he was doing out on the floor did not show up in the box score. So, we just want to try to just play our game. We finally got back to our game tonight, and it started with the floor general to my left. The sharpshooter to my right got it going. And, it was just good basketball. It was a good flow. And everyone felt like they was a part of tonight's win. So it was just a collective team win. It wasn't about us versus their starting five. It was just about how everyone can get the job done, who's ever on the floor.
Front row on your left.
JR, Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Given the way that the first 2 games of the finals went for you, what did it mean to seemingly have the first play of the game called for you to get a 3? And how does that help your confidence to get one of those shots up early?
It really doesn't really do much for my confidence. Honestly, I let that side of my brain turn off. I look at it, it's a great opportunity to start the game off, but I know how I want to dictate the game, and that's on the defensive and trying to stop Clay as much as I can, try not to let him catch the ball, make it tough for him as much as I can, and let that dictate my offense, in transition, get open shots, play from there. But for the most part, it's great that I got don't get me wrong, I appreciate the look, but it's not really what I'm looking for.
Again on the left.
Marla Ryden, our Akron Beacon Journal for JR. But did anybody and your teammates say anything to encourage you, just because I think you only had 8 points in the first 2 games, how'd you get your rhythm back? And did that, even though that shot at halftime didn't count, did that give you a lift?
Once we got home, honestly, since 1 and 2, my teammates always been talking to me, stay aggressive, be aggressive. When you get the ball, take a shot. If you don't have it, give it up. But for the most part, everybody's been supportive. Since we landed the other day, it was pretty much like a clean slate. Just get back in the gym, get back to my routines, drive the same route I go to the gym every day, and just get back on our home floor and play the right way.
Kenny, standing on the right here.
Kenny Road at WHBC Radio. LeBron, for you tonight, I think you started 4 of 4, then you struggled, and then you got it going in the second half. Can you take us through your roller coaster shooting and what got you